Harry Plum isn't just back, she's back with a vengeance. Freed from the burden of Aha's ego and non-stop diva energy, Plum is playing like someone released from basketball prison. She moves with swagger, shoots like she's got a grudge against the rim, and most importantly, she's winning. Meanwhile, there's Angel, flailing like a live mic at a bad karaoke night, racking up turnovers, missed shots, and enough social media drama to earn her a guest spot on Love and Hip Hop WNBA edition.
On Angel Reese with the left. Great play by Kelsey. And if you notice, the layup is not actually the best part of the play. A little celebration where she does the Angel Reese move that Angel Reese loves to do. Angel Reese loves doing this to people. I wonder if she's ever been trolled by...
Plum taunting Angel isn't just personal, it's tactical. Other teams have caught on. They've watched the tape, rattle her early, and she spirals faster than a bad perm. Caitlin Clark tested the waters, and once the league saw Angel crumble, like a dollar store cookie, the floodgates opened. It's open season on Re now, and the only thing missing is a halftime segment sponsored by Charmin because that's exactly how soft she's playing.
Kelsey Plum is a weapon, guys. In the third quarter, the Chicago Sky, we were down like, what, maybe 2 to 4 points? Kelsey Plum just kept putting up 3 for 3 for 3 on us. I think she went 6 for 9 at like only 5 minutes left in the fourth and final quarter. She made 6 of the 9 3-point shots that she attempted, guys. Just incredible, okay? Kelsey Plum literally murdered us, okay? And she left us with no remorse.
Let's be honest, this isn't about one bad game. It's a growing pattern, a trend, a cautionary tale unraveling in real time. Angel Reese isn't just underperforming, she's under-delivering, like a DoorDash driver who eats your fries before arrival. Every game becomes a new lowlight reel, and every post-game excuse only digs the hole deeper. The media can spin it however they want, but facts don't lie, and neither do the scoreboard, the stat sheets, or the fans now abandoning her. Like the sequel to a bad movie?
You guys have to see this. Angel Reese is the worst athlete on planet Earth. Look at this. How many times? 1, 2, 3. You couldn't give me free tickets, or I couldn't take shelter from a ball of flaming comments coming down from the sky to go to that arena to watch this. I would face death in the streets than to watch bumpy. They look like baby giraffes trying to get their first legs under them. Look. How?
Meanwhile, Kelsey Plum's comeback is the kind of poetic justice sports fans live for. That college scoring record Caitlin Clark broke? Yeah, it used to belong to Kelsey. And now that the spotlight is shifting away from the hype and back toward actual performance, Kelsey's reminding everyone why she was on top in the first place. She's not just back, she's on fire. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is just filler, background static, a walking reminder that branding isn't basketball.
This team has found an identity through, in my opinion, their best player, who is Kelsey Plum. Guys, in this game, Kelsey Plum finishes with 28 points. So 28 points, good. Very, very good for Kelsey Plum. However, the thing I want to talk about in particular is Kelsey Plum's ability to shoot and score in bunches. Guys, of those 28 points, I believe 17 of those points came directly in that third quarter.
And the best part? Plum isn't even trying to hide it anymore. She knows Angel is a liability. She knows taunting her is like pushing a vending machine. You might need 2 tries, but eventually it's going down. Reese doesn't respond with grit or poise. She pouts, she spirals, she tweets. All that fire she promised, it's looking more like smoke and mirrors. Angel Reese came into the league with the branding of a phenom, but the gameplay of a preseason walk-on. Even her biggest moments feel hollow now. A flashy rebound here, a flex there, but no substance, no control, no results. And as for the media defenders lining up to gaslight the fan base, let them explain why the Sky keep looking better when she's on the bench. It's not a coincidence, it's a pattern. Last season, she disappeared, and suddenly the Sky remembered how to win.
Go.
Sometimes taking out the wrong ingredient is the only way to fix the recipe.
Kelsey Plum.
And right now, the team's
since she got
starting to taste better without her.
She dropping 25s and 30s on everybody. On everybody. Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky showed up to LA today. Plum Dog. Kelsey Plum, you're up. Let's see it.
Takes the inbound feed. Here's Plum, a hop in her step. Plum, the blow by in the left hand.
That early in the game? You too small, Angel Reese? That early in the game?
Every time Reese touches the ball, it feels like a live test of how quickly a promising possession can turn into a meme. The missed layups, the fouls, the turnovers, they're not bugs in the system. They are the system. Opposing teams are now building game plans specifically to exploit her weaknesses because she hasn't evolved, adjusted, or improved. She's doubled down on mediocrity with the energy of someone who thinks retweets count as points. And so here, we are again, watching Kelsey Plum deliver highlight after highlight, making basketball look easy, free, and joyful, while Angel Reese turns the court into a one-woman soap opera. It's a freshman-level meltdown on a professional stage. And it's not like we didn't see it coming. The signs were always there, the theatrics, the ego, the obsession with image over output. This isn't an off night. It's a slow-motion collapse. Kelsey's resurgence is a symbol of what happens when talent meets focus, when ego takes a back seat to results.
I said it before the draft. Angel would not be a starter if she went to any other team with a strong post player. The truth is the development is lacking, and as a youth basketball coach, I'm never going to stop talking about the fact that the development is lacking from the root.
While fans once lined up with blind optimism, they're now starting to see through the facade. The jersey sales have stalled, the highlight reels are mostly bloopers, and the loyalty is fading faster than her plus-minus in a blowout. Chicago didn't just want a star, they needed one. What they got was an attitude problem with poor footwork and a jump shot that should come with a warning label. Kelsey Plum, on the other hand, is on a revenge tour, playing with the freedom of someone no longer trapped under the shadow of a narcissistic teammate. Her game has more energy, more accuracy, and more edge. And that edge now includes sending subtle smoke Angel's way because why not? It works. The taunts rattle her. The pressure breaks her. And the scoreboard tells the rest of the story. At this point, Angel Reese isn't just underwhelming, she's actively lowering the bar. Not just for herself, but for a team fighting to stay competitive in a league where every possession counts. Chicago Sky fans didn't sign up for this. They expected fire. What they got was fizzle. And the league? It's moving on with or without her.
Oh my gosh, she's playing defense too? You know, let the smallest girl on the floor lock you up like that?
At this point, watching Angel Reese in a Chicago Sky jersey is like watching someone wear designer heels to run a marathon. Confident strut, zero substance, and a guaranteed injury. It's the art of looking like a star while playing like a bench warmer. Except even the bench is starting to feel a little insulted. She came into the WNBA with more branding than a Texas cattle ranch, but after yet another humiliating blowout, it's becoming clear. The only thing Angel Reese is elite at is dodging accountability and turning every post-game into a one-woman. TED Talk on why she's never the problem. And then there's Kelsey Plum, gliding across the court like she's finally been released from Aja Wilson's basketball dictatorship. You can practically see it in her movement. More flow, more freedom, more, I don't have to babysit anymore. Every possession is a masterclass in focus and execution, a quiet reminder that when ego exits the equation, the game starts to sing.
Drive by Plum. Once she gets by Reese, it's over.
And then hits her with the too small. Yeah, too small. Kelsey Plum is a badass.
With Aja gone, Kelsey Plum doesn't just look like an MVP contender. She looks like she's enjoying basketball for the first time in years. Her shots are sharper, her confidence is louder, and her petty meter is set to professional. Taunting. Angel Reese, that's just cardio at this point. Let's not pretend Angel's problems are new. This isn't about rookie growing pains or adjusting to the pace of the WNBA. No, this is what happens when a player brings diva energy into a league that actually expects results. You can't ride Instagram fame to championships, and no amount of filters can crop out a missed layup or a brutal 25-plus minute stat line. The league has figured her out, and they're not afraid to expose her. Angel's game is like a house of cards in a wind tunnel. One poke, and the whole illusion collapses.
First, yesterday, the Sparks took on the Valkyries, a new WNBA team featured in Golden State. And basically, Sparks had to give him the little welcome to the league notice, and Kelsey Plum was the head honcho of the organization.
Kelsey's rebirth is a massive slap to the narrative that certain players are uncoachable or need to lead with attitude. Angel Reese is a case study in how not to handle early fame. Kelsey, on the other hand, is thriving by doing the exact opposite, working harder, shutting up more, and letting her game do the talking. It's almost like humility and hustle actually matter. Who knew? Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky's strategy seems to be hoping Angel figures it out through osmosis. Unfortunately, that's not how professional sports work. You can't manifest a jump shot or tweet your way into better shot selection. And while the coaching staff tries to spin her stat padding as hustle, the reality is clearer than ever. When Angel's on the floor, the sky fall. Literally. The defense evaporates, the offense stalls, and the fans start mentally drafting next. Season's lottery pick. Sure, every team has its development projects, but development usually means growth. Angel's just been consistent, unfortunately. Consistently bad. Her shot mechanics look like they were invented during a trust fall exercise. Her decision-making? That's what happens when you base your basketball IQ on Twitter trends. She's more interested in being seen than actually seeing the game. The result is a walking blooper reel with a headband in.
Everything that I do, I will win. So I feel very confident about who I am and what I can bring. Because it doesn't matter me being here if I don't affect winning. But I know I can do that at the highest level, so that's what I'm most excited about.
Even worse, Angel is becoming the player other teams target. The scouting report writes itself. Get physical early, talk a little trash, and she'll check out emotionally by the second quarter. That's not just bad for her, it's a strategic liability. Coaches across the league are salivating at the chance to exploit her mental softness. She's the only player who can be taken out of the game without ever leaving the court. And let's talk rebounds. The only thing more padded than Angel's stat line is her entourage. Grabbing your own bricks and counting them as hustle plays is the basketball equivalent of losing your wallet and congratulating yourself for finding your own $5 bill. Real boards require timing, positioning, and awareness. Angels. Rebounds are more like accidental souvenirs from bad decisions. Kelsey Plum sees this, and she's not wasting a single moment pretending otherwise. Every smirk, every dagger three, every playful taunt is a player who knows exactly where her opponent's weak spots lie, and she's aiming with sniper precision. Kelsey's reemergence as an elite force isn't just entertaining, it's symbolic. It proves that growth and adaptability still trump hype and hashtags.
Went to the middle of the backboard and went to the left side. She grabbed the rebound, shot it back on the other side. Grabbed the rebound again, shot it back in the middle. She had 5 rebounds in a 30-second span and scored no points.
Nuts.
I don't want to hear nothing. When you go 4 for 16 and you taking point-blank range shots, you not very...
What's worse for Angel is that the spotlight she craved so badly is now exposing her like a UV lamp in a cheap hotel room. Fans are noticing. The media once obsessed with her brand is now side-eyeing the empty stat lines and locker room tension. And her teammates? Well, body language doesn't lie. When you're the only one clapping after a brick, it's not encouragement, it's a red flag. The truth is, Angel's play isn't just hurting her, it's dragging the entire team into a black hole of irrelevance. While other squads build chemistry, Angel's building excuses. While veterans mentor rookies, she's mentoring her social media manager. Every bad game adds to a pattern, not an anomaly. She's not the franchise savior, she's the cautionary tale other teams use in PowerPoint presentations titled, "When Branding Goes Too Far." And Kelsey? She's in her Renaissance era. The hair is bouncing, the handles are tighter than ever, and the shot is falling like a tax refund. She's taking names, winning games, and proving that when you subtract toxic energy from the equation, greatness isn't just possible, it's inevitable. She doesn't need press conferences or reality TV dramatics, just a basketball, a green light, and a target. Unfortunately for Angel Reese, she's become the league's easiest target.
Man, I don't normally react to and talk about the WNBA, but I had to talk about this. I had to. I don't really want to talk about WNBA because I don't want people to look at me no way talking about these women, but man, when I tell you 0 points, 10 rebounds, let me tell you something. When you're 7 foot tall or 6'11" or whatever, or tall, Your field goal percentage should be high.
It's only a matter of time before the Sky have to make some real decisions. The fans are already there watching reruns of better seasons, wondering how they got duped into thinking an Instagram icon was a franchise cornerstone. Angel's arrival was supposed to be a turning point. Instead, it's a never-ending turn in the wrong direction. The locker room looks confused. The coaching staff looks exhausted. The mascot's probably thinking of transferring to minor league baseball. Meanwhile, Kelsey Plum is soaring. No distractions, no drama, just buckets. She's proof that liberation from chaos breeds performance. Her game is cleaner, her mind sharper, and her petty weaponized. The fact that her resurgence is happening alongside Angel Reese's implosion, that's just poetic justice. Reese once positioned herself as the future. But the future doesn't get benched in the third quarter while veterans shake their heads. The future doesn't fold under taunts and clapbacks. And the future definitely doesn't need to self-promote when the box score is doing all the talking. Right. Now, Angel Reese is all sizzle, no steak, and even the sizzle is starting to sound more like smoke.